Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to create a landscape with a big birch tree right in the middle on top of a hill. To do that, we're going to get some masking tape, and what we need is the masking tape to stick on the paper and then peel off fairly easily, like painter's tape. What you're going to do is you're going to put the masking tape on your clothes and push it down and then peel that off. And that leaves just enough of your fabric on the tape that it will peel off more easily. Then you're just going to start tearing that tape in half down the middle, and it's okay if it just comes off in pieces. It's actually kind of what we want. So we're going to create the horizon line there. And you want the rough side to be up. So there is our horizon line with the tape. So everything below this horizon line is going to be the snowbank, and everything above it is going to be the night sky. Then we're going to take the tape and we're going to start building our tree. You're going to use the rough side on the outside edge. Now you can make your tree thicker by just adding that space there, but you need to remember to not paint inside of that. So I'm actually going to tear off the outside edge of this, leaving a middle part of the tree here. I can use that part for my trunk. Then I can use this part for some branches. You gotta go kind of, oops, almost forgot the fabric there. And when you tear this down, you gotta go kind of slow, and it might come off in little pieces. And again, that's okay, because you just want that torn edge for your tape. And then see how I have this branched off here? I tear off these little pieces for these little branches that will branch off of my main trunk and off of the larger branches, just like a tree does. And I can tear these pieces of tape into little tiny pieces that come to a tapered edge, a pointy edge, and that'll be great for my little branches that branch off. You don't want to have just one big branch, because trees have lots of different branches. They'll have one main branch, and then they'll have little ones that come off of it. I could still use this one with the flat edge. So what I can do is I can take that one with the flat edge, and then I can take another one with the flat edge, and I can put them together so the two straight edges are touching and only the rough edges are on the side. Alright, and when I've got a tree there that I like, then what I can start doing is start painting. I've only given you red, purple, and blue. The idea is that if you would like a little bit of a sunset, you can have some red in there. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of a sunset in here, setting behind this tree. And then the rest is going to be that twilight sky. Now the nice thing about watercolors is even if it looks like there's not a lot of watercolor left, there's still actually a ton in there, because watercolors go really long. A little bit goes a long way. And I just paint right up to that edge of that tape, and just practically a little bit over that tape. I add more water to the paint that's already down. Now I don't want to paint inside there, so be careful to leave that blank. Yeah, just use that water to push that paint around. And you want your painting to be really nice and wet, so if it started to dry on you, go ahead and get some water and wet it back down, because then when you're all done, you're going to take this salt and you're going to shake salt on it. And that's going to give it a nice snowy texture, like it's snowing in the sky. And then we're going to let that dry, and you're just going to go free draw for about 10 minutes or so while that dries. And then after it's dry, I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so now that your paint is dry, we're going to brush off all that salt, and we're just going to use this kind of like a Brillo pad sponge thing and do it on a tray so that the salt isn't all over the table and the floor. It'll be easy to clean up. See how I left that really great texture on there? Then you're going to carefully peel off all of that masking tape. Now see, when we peeled off that masking tape, it looks like a tree. It's starting to look like a tree anyway. We're going to make this look like a birch tree by using an ultra-fine Sharpie, and we're going to create curved lines around that tree with the Sharpie to give it that mask, or that scarred appearance. You want those lines to come from the edge and curve down and curve around. Have some curved lines in the middle too. And then around each one of these joints, you're going to create a joint line, which is you're going to curve it that way. So towards the larger branch or the trunk. And then you're also going to make little scar lines there. If one of your trunks doesn't come to a point or a torn edge like that, and you want to make it look like it's been cut off, you can add a little bit of an oval there on top and fill that in. And then you're done. You've got your birch tree on top of your snowbank.